This is Brian, and welcome to this commentary playthrough of Guardians Crusade. Just to give you the good old PlayStation intro here. And yes, it's an Activision game. And yeah, you'll find out who those people were. Yeah, we start out with a stork being chased by some flying demons, I guess. And what do storks usually carry? Kind of known for carrying babies, right? I'll just let this play here to start out. Get a few scenes. Sure, how many people are familiar with this game? I think it's one of the more underrated PS1 RPGs, but PS1 had so many good RPGs that kind of understandable, I suppose, that it wasn't as high on the radar as some of the other more popular ones, like the Final Fantasy games or the Breath of Fire games. Got some Dragon Quest games. Suikoden. I do plan on getting to all of those eventually, but we're going to start out with this one. I've already played through Final Fantasy VII, and my playthrough of 8 is in the process of going up, but this will be the third PS1 game I get on here. Yeah, so far the main characters you see here is we got the knight guy, there's a little fairy girl, and the little baby, pink, whatever thing it is. Now it's flying. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess, going through some of that might lead you to the point where maybe you would say spoilers, but I don't know. It doesn't really explain anything. You're just seeing different scenes, and it doesn't even mean it's necessarily what's going to happen. I don't know if all of it even does. I played through this game a couple of times. Let's see what our options are first. Fast battle mode. I don't think the battles are too slow otherwise. For now, I'll just leave that the way it is. Auto follow. No, probably leave that off. Map rotation. Yeah, I certainly want to be able to do that. That is one thing that's a little clunkier about this game, and I guess we'll get into that and I'll show it, but the camera control a little more difficult. I suppose you could say that was a problem with some of these more early on 3D type of games. And yeah, we already saw part of this, but it kind of goes a little more here. They were all struck by lightning, and the stork drops its package. Now, I say that the camera controls are a little wonky, but there are some even newer games that I don't feel like they really did that good of a job with it, so... Good morning! Wake up! Wake up! So, to pick the name for our hero here, I'm just going to go ahead and call him Knight, that's fine. Knight, wake up! Wake up, you sleepyhead. Come on, Knight. It's almost noon. Rise and shine. I've never seen anyone get up so slowly. The mayor was looking for you. Get up. Let's go. I'll be outside, so hurry up, okay? No, don't go back to sleep. Come on. We can't keep the mayor waiting all day. Okay. So yeah, you can use L1 and R1 to rotate your camera slightly. And in order to see doors and boxes and some stuff, you're going to need to do that. It at least does have the direction indicator in the upper right corner there, so you can kind of keep track of which way you're looking at it. Okay, menu button. Junk. We got courage inherited from your father, and a smile inherited from your mother. And so far we just have a short sword, a wooden helmet, wood shield, and leather armor. And yeah, that shows up in our equipment here, obviously, too. Looks like there's a ring option there, but we don't have any yet. Nahani is the name of the little fairy girl. And she's just kind of your helper. Kind of reminds me, I think they had, I forgot what her name was called, but they had a fairy that kind of helped you in Zelda Ocarina of Time, too. Except I think that one was more annoying because she was voice acted, whereas this one, it just gives you text dialogue at least. Mayor was looking for you. We better go talk to him. And yeah, we can get back to settings there if we want to. Yeah, okay. Square button lets you directly talk to her. Circle was for the menu. Or start, I guess. Just trying to used to my buttons here a little bit. Okay, and select as a map. You can see a little bit of the world. Trying to see if there was a sprint button, trying to remember. Okay. Yeah, if you hold down triangle, you'll run. Even though they want us to talk to the mayor, I can explore a little bit of town here. I think there are a few items we can pick up. I believe this town is called Orgo. And you are eventually blocked from going any further. I think that's all for this area of town. So yeah, we got some fields, it looks like. We got guys plowing here, farmers. Thanks for offering, Knight, but we don't need your help. You better run along and see the mayor. He's looking for you. We've been trying and trying, but we just can't get the vegetables to grow anymore. Sounds like a problem for farmers. My husband is always hungry. Maybe he's just working hard, right? Looks like these vegetables are growing. And yes, there is one building here. Now, you can interact with like piles of stuff. Searching the barley sack. Sack contains flour. There used to be a lot more flour. It must be a bad season. And yeah, that's where your camera control comes into play here. So you can see stuff like this treasure chest. You got an item. Cute toy. What do I want with a cute toy? Hey, look. What's that by your right foot? Okay. Got a sickweed. Be careful. Yeah, so you can interact with quite a few different things. Check out those items we got. Chickweed is poisonous and dangerous. It's basically something you can use against enemies in battle, I believe. And a cute toy is just an old toy. Guess we'll have to see if we can find a use for that. I'm not necessarily trying to do a 100% run of this or anything, but there are certain items that I will try to get all of, and I'll explain more of that after the game kind of talks about it, or you find out what they are. That contains rice. This food is being stored for the winter months. A little beach down here, but not really anything there, it doesn't look like. An old guy here. Man, that raid last night was really something. A thunderstorm like that could scare my kittens and make them run away. Are they okay? Yes. Wait a minute. Where's my blue kitten? Bebeo. Now maybe we'll find a blue kitten somewhere. Remember when we used to play hide and seek in these barrels? I guess she's gonna say that for all of them, and I can't find anything in them. Here's Meg. Hi, Knight. The storm last night was so cool. Don't you think so? Examining the well barrel. Very clean barrel. What about the well itself? I love well water. It tastes so good. Guess nothing else there. Let's see, that's the way where the old man was. Just trying to explore the surrounding areas before I go into any of the other buildings. A woman hanging up some clothes on the line. My laundry is never going to get dry if the weather stays like this. I just hope the weather gets better soon. Well, that's usually part of hanging clothes out on the line. You gotta pay attention to the weather. There are a lot more monsters around here nowadays. I'm not afraid of any of them. Okay, Orgo. Let's see, this is the way out of town, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna let you leave yet. Mary. Well, good morning, Knight. Are you ever going to learn how to wake up earlier? You're not a little boy anymore, you know. Now run along and go see the mayor. He's looking for you. What about the mailbox? Why are you looking at the mailbox? There is no mail in it. What I was looking for. Okay, that was the path back to the farms. And I think this was our house. Doesn't necessarily mean there's nothing in it, though. There's nothing in the container. Full of dishes. You should get an oven like this one for your house. Well, I guess that means this is not our house. This must be an antique. This fireplace is just like the one in your house, Knight. Fairly little house here, though. I don't remember which one is the mayor's house, but we'll just check them out anyway. I'd like his to be the last one. There's some money hidden in this book. You can't take that money. It doesn't belong to you. This isn't the way RPGs usually work. This desk is perfect for studying. A bed. You should read more books, too. Searching the wooden box. You really shouldn't be poking around in other people's stuff. Look, there's something in there. Got a dusty toy. I wonder how it got in there. Let's take it with us. Nothing there of any interest. Nothing here of any interest. Searching the barrel. You didn't find anything unusual. Look, there's something in there. Got an item rusted toy. Wonder how it got in there. Let's take it with us. So for one part, she seems to be telling us not to search stuff and snoop in people's stuff, but if we find something interesting enough, apparently she's okay with us taking it. I know. We can't look too deeply into these things, right? I think the red roof house would be the mayor's house. Let's check out the rest. Blue one is probably my house. There's still some water in there. How did you get all that junk to fit in there? We're almost out of food. You need to go shopping. I love furniture made out of cherry wood, don't you? You're still reading these books, right? I think this is the fairy's house. What are you looking at my house for? Hey, you're not tired already, are you? You really should clean this out sometime soon. Okay. So, nothing going on in here that we can do anything with, it doesn't look like. And we just, yeah, all of them are just called old toys. Just different kinds of old toys, I guess. Couple other houses yet. I'm probably not gonna be this thorough on looking at everything. I just wanted to kind of show you the way you can interact with things to start out here. Bet this is used for putting aside hot dishes while cooking. This must be an antique. You should read more books too. Well, we did have books out at least. You should get some flowers for your house. And just this one, I think, and then the mayor's house should be it. As long as I'm right, and that is the mayor's house. You did not find anything unusual. There's nothing in the container. Yeah, it's just like the one in our house. And yes, he should get some flowers. And this is probably an antique. Yeah, so there are more rooms in this place. Some kind of pickled vegetables, maybe? Didn't find anything unusual. Yeah, and this one's actually big enough that the side rooms, you can't actually see what's in them until you go into them. I think this takes me out the back. There was a little garden area that was closed off. I think one of these might have something in it. Sometimes they do. These flowers are so pretty. I wish you had flowers in your house. There's a mineberry growing here. Okay, got a mineberry. This will grow again soon. These flowers are so pretty. Yep. So, yeah, the mineberry, and apparently that's something we can get more than once here. But that cures confusion. So yes, we will have typical type RPG status effects This is a good way to pile up firewood. Okay. Seems like that's all in that room, so... Go in the only other place we haven't been. At least I'm pretty sure this is it. I believe that is the mayor over there. Got a lot of books around. There's nothing in the container. How about this one? At least I think I was examining the other one before. He definitely needs another bookshelf. I can't interact with any of that stuff, so let's just talk to him. Good morning, Knight. I was looking for you, you know. I need you to run an errand for me. I want you to deliver this to Mayor Kalon in San Claria. You were handed a letter. You better take this, too. Got an angel's tear. What's the letter about? Well, as you know, our vegetable crop isn't harvesting at all this year. I also heard that bad things are happening in San Claria, too. I'm hoping it's not some kind of curse. I want to know what the mayor of San Claria thinks is happening. Oh yes, be sure to ask Mary for a snack to take with you. You might need one on the way there. Tell Mayor Kalon that I'm doing just fine. Don't let him think that I'm worried. Okay. We have our orders. And Mary was the one that was guarding the way out of town, which I believe was to the west of... Oh, maybe that's her now. Yes. The mayor wants you to go to San Claria? I remember Orgo tried to go there all by himself when he was a little boy. He got halfway there but ran into a monster and came home crying. Here, take this snack with you just in case you run out of energy. Okay, got a candy bar. Anything else to say? When you finish your errand, I'll make you a nice warm meal. I don't think we're technically supposed to be related to any of these people in town. It's just kind of people being friendly and neighborly. I don't know if it mentions like what happened to the knight's parents or how long he's been in this town or anything. It's not that kind of game that gives you that kind of story, I don't think. But yeah, that restores your hit points a little. Angel's Tear. It's an antidote for poison. And now we can finally head out of town. I haven't been to San Claria in a while now. Okay. For the most part, I think we just need to follow the path. Although, as you get out here, you will see some enemies, and they'll run at you. At least for now, they will. This game does have an interesting mechanic that once you get leveled up high enough in an area, and the enemies will actually become afraid of you, and their appearance on the map will change too, so you'll know when they're either too strong or too weak for you. And they always look the same on the world map, so you can't tell what kind of an enemy encounter you're getting into until you actually encounter them. So it's kind of a way of having somewhat random encounters while also being able to see them on the map, so I kind of like that. Here we got little worms. Basically the easiest enemies in the game, I guess. You gain 11 experience points, you pick up 16 rubies. Yeah, I guess also I didn't point out we do have rubies as our currency. We started out with 100. We are at level 1. HP only 18 for max, so it's pretty low to start out. PP is psychic points, I believe, and that would be your magic. We don't have anything to use for that yet, so nothing there. And we need 15 more experience for the next level. Or... no, I think what it means is that we need 15 total, so I only need 4 more now. So I only have to find one more enemy. Tried to do that here. Yeah. The way they look now is the medium version of the enemies, I believe. Oh, here's a different one already. Neugen? We can't take him out in one hit. He hit me for quite a bit. You can defend or run or use items. Take a chance and just hit him again. Yeah. Figured we'd be able to take him out. And that should give me a level up. Only 9 experience for that, though, so the 2 smaller guys were actually worth more combined. Okay, max HP up to 27. Double the PP. Strength by 2, power by 2. Yeah, so... And we got to get up to 33 for the next level, so not too much more. But also... Did it restore my HP? Okay, I think it raised it by what I gained for the level. So not up to max, but like if my level went up by 9, which I think is what it was, or if my HP max went up by 9, that's how much I regained. Kind of an interesting way to do it. Now, the way the enemies look, I said this is like the medium look for them. If they get more powerful than I'm supposed to be able to handle, basically, they'll have like big horns on their head, I think. And if they're really weak, they'll turn like a more pale, basically white, and a smaller version, and they'll run from you, or not approach you at least. You can still fight them if you want to, but you're going to have to try to approach them. They're not going to run after you. I'm going to try to get another level up before I move on. And I don't want to get too far away from the town, because I'll probably go back and just rest at our house to get my HP back, instead of using my candy bar, because I'm pretty sure I can just stop and rest. Well, if it's just these individual guys, yeah, I can easily one-shot them. For the most part, I think most areas are only going to have... a few of them will only have 2 or 3. But some of them will have a few more types of enemies available. But it's not going to be like a huge variety. Maybe some areas, maybe 6 different ones at the most or something. But there's still a decent variety of enemies, but you just have to travel to different areas to find them. Let's see if we can one-shot that guy now. No, still can't. Headbutts for 5. Yeah, it's a pretty simple battle system overall, but it's fine for me. I like this kind of game. And we get to level 3. Up to 34 for max HP. That psychic point's going up quite a bit, and strength and power, yeah, all good. Need to get 20 more experience for another level. No more enemies back that way yet. I'll probably try to get into another fight or 2 here yet, and then head back and rest before we call it for the first part here. And then tomorrow we'll work on heading towards Sanclaria with our task we've been given. Those were worth more. They must have been a higher level version of those other guys. Or something like that. I don't know if I ever looked also, that letter he gave me, is that actually in my... Yeah, okay. It actually is in my inventory as junk. Like how it classifies all that stuff as junk, which basically just means it's your special items that you can't use. Alright, level 4. The levels do not keep coming this quickly later on, but yeah, at least early on here is pretty easy to level up. We only need to get to 82 for another one, so that won't be too far along either. It can get a lot harder though eventually because, yeah, okay, now these are already the guys, like you can see, they're running away from me. So I've already leveled up to the point that some of the enemies are not going to approach me. But you notice there were the two types there, so some of them are still going to approach me and try to initiate combat. And some won't. Good night, night. Night, night. Ah. And that's when I can go ahead and save it. Alright, night level 4, Orgo. And the departure, I believe, is like your title, basically, for the chapter you're in the game. So yes, this is our first outing from the village, our first job, so it's just basically called departure. We are going to go ahead and call it there for today, so we'll pick up here next time and head to San Claria with the mayor's letter. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this first part, I would appreciate it if you'd please at least like it, and if you have any comments to leave, I'd appreciate those too. And if you haven't already, please subscribe or follow, and we'll catch you next time.